welcome to our tribute to John Yogi Bear Hughes edition of On the Volley. Now, before we start, I'd like to send our condolences to John's family and friends for their loss, and also to the whole Celtic family, because we've all felt the loss of John Yogi Hughes. Now, as you all know, I'm a Celtic newbie, so I don't really know much about John Hughes. But with him being a Celtic legend, I felt the need to get to know as much as I could about him before doing our tribute to him. I haven't seen him play live. I haven't seen him play on the box. So what I've done is I went to watch some of his clips of him playing on YouTube. And I have to say, I was absolutely mesmerized by his talent, his mazy runs, his assists, and his goals, with some of the goals absolutely outstanding. Now, I'm doing a tribute to John Yogi Hughes, but I'm also doing it for people like me that don't really know a lot about him. If you think of it, there's a lot of newbies in the Celtic fan base from when Postecoglou took over the club. So we have a fan base has expanded. We have new fans in Australia. We have new fans in Japan. And I'm pretty sure they found themselves in the same situation as me. So I felt it was only right that they should get to know as much about Hughes as I wanted to get to know about Hughes. John was born in Coatbridge in 1943. He was a talented schoolboy who became a star whilst playing for St. Augustine's, his school. Whilst playing for St. Augustine's, he actually told an anecdote, a story of what happened. So whilst playing for St. Augustine's, he actually got a whack with the brolly from Jimmy Johnson's mum. Yeah, that's right. Now, why is that, you saying? Well, simple. She didn't believe that he was under 12 and that he was eligible to play in that game. Now, this was after they beat their opponents, Jinkies St. Columbus of Uddington. I hope I've pronounced that right, yeah? Anyway, John went on to play for Shotts Bonaccord for a brief spell, and from there, Celtic signed him. So he joined Celtic as a teenager in 1960. And he made his debut in the 1960-61 season, I do believe scoring in his debut. Such was the impact that Hughes made to his start at Celtic that the fans expected the same high standards from him every single game. Seemingly, they'd forgotten that he was still a teenager. Look, that said, Hughes went on to play 416 games for Celtic, scoring 189 times. I think that makes him the 8th highest scorer in Celtic's history. Now, he'd play as a forward or as a winger. Those were the two positions that he'd be deployed. He was part of the Lisbon Lions European Cup winning team, having played in 5 of the European ties, but unfortunately had to declare himself injured before the final, missing out on the biggest occasion and achievement in the club's history. That said though, he did win 7 league titles with Celtic, 4 Scottish Cups, and 5 League Cups. He also won 4 Glasgow Cups and a Charity Cup, but you know, you don't really read that too much because not many people take too much stock from that. But there's still trophies. They still count. They still go on his honours list. Now, you know, when I heard that, you know, his nickname was Yogi Bear, I had to find out how he came about that nickname. Now, contrary to the rumours, and the rumours was that John earned his nickname due to him getting lost in some woods in Europe when he was on a European trip in 1963. That turned out to be false. He actually got his nickname due to his physique and his hairstyle. And when you talk about his physique, he stood 6'2" and he was a big boy. So there you have it. That's, you know, where he got it from. I mean, it came from the cartoon character of that era, Yogi Bear, a cartoon which I actually used to watch. Now, some say that Hughes matured early at the ripe old age of 22, having grown into a good, consistent, high performance player. You know, some even attached the word great to him, which I believe was justified. Obviously, like I said, I've never seen the guy play, so obviously my agreement is based on the clips of him playing on YouTube. Now, Hughes played in the 1970 European Cup final, but missed a great chance to score in extra time before Feyenoord went on to win 2-1. A year after that, he gets sold to Crystal Palace and then moved on to Sunderland, where a knee injury cut his career short. Now, on the 50th anniversary of that ill-fated 1970 European Cup final, Hughes actually admitted that Jock Stein never forgave him for that miss. So Hughes will not only be remembered for his achievements, but also for the Feed the Bear chants when the crowd was in need of inspiration and some magic. And more often than not, Hughes would deliver with some magic that only he was capable of. Such was the enigma and high expectations of this man that he would be the subject of debates in pubs, on the terraces, at home, practically anywhere and everywhere. In an interview in 2020, the interviewer told John that as a schoolboy, he had written to John requesting tickets to a European match. Hughes had sent him 2 tickets, attaching a note saying no payment would be accepted, waving off the gesture, saying that was simply what Celtic players should do. That's the kind of man he was. As the interviewer left John's house, John slipped him a copy of his autobiography with a thoughtful inscription. The same interviewer asked Hughes what his greatest memory was as a Celtic player. After thinking about it, his answer was simple. Hughes basically said, I don't really have one. I wouldn't want to be remembered for one goal or game, nor even that match against Leeds. You know what? I would just want it to be known that I was a Celtic man. Well, I think I can speak for every Celtic supporter, even if I am a newbie. Not only will he be remembered as a Celtic man, he will be remembered as a Celtic legend. I'm sure that he has left one paradise only to go to another. So if you're watching this, wherever you are, Please lift the glass to the legend, John Yogi Bear Hughes. And I hope he's up there, looking down on us, raising a glass with us. Here's to you, John. Rest in peace, big man. Now, I know I've left a lot out. I know the Celtic fans who knew him well know a lot more. This is our tribute to him, and I just picked things which I thought was relevant to show him for the man he was, and the man was a legend. Anyway, with that, me, Shah, I'm out.